Greetings, Aries. This is Crystal Rose with Comfy Soul, and I'm here to do your reading. So today I'm going to start with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Who is this by? Does it say? I don't know if it says anywhere convenient. Anyhow, here's what it looks like. And then I'm going to finish with the Carolyn Mace archetype cards. And I'm going to use this today to channel how you guys are showing up or needing to show up. In other words, like, how are you doing on your twin journey? How are you doing getting closer to serving your passionate purpose? And what is the shadow work involved? In other words, are you moving in the right direction, or are you holding on to the past, and in what area? So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that. I decided to turn my music back on in the background, so I will have channeled messages coming to you from Spirit through the music. So I like to look at it when I'm shuffling. Current song right now on is Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. So I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. So this looks like you, Aries, are making the decision to be the supreme light worker of all light workers. It looks like you're taking charge of how you're showing up in the world, and whoever you have in your life needs to show up in the world in the same way, serving the same way that you're serving, having the same values and integrity, right? Okay, so let's get started here. What are we seeing in the first place? The High Priestess. So here we have somebody who is, hold on, I'm going to take a look at this while I'm saying this stuff. The High Priestess, somebody who is, first message, grounding into their ancestral roots. This is how you're connected to Spirit right now, the strongest. This is helping you stay confident. I feel like this is healing on the feminine side of you, your feminine energy, regardless of your gender or how you identify or what have you. We all have masculine and feminine, right? So your feminine side, the part that's vulnerable, needs nurturing, reacts when triggered, has feelings and doesn't know whether to speak up or not, or is trying to figure out, like, what's the right thing, the one that feels with the heart what the right thing is, but then sometimes has to think too much. I feel like the way you're connecting with your ancestors right now is you're giving them the keys. Nope, scratch that, they're correcting me. They gave you the keys that they held. This might be literally passing down homes. This might be taking care of them while you were in their home. This also feels like just knowledge and wisdom and things they've said to you or things you observed, how they functioned. They gave you the key, but you found the lock and turned it. So I feel like this is going to be a really confirming message about the work that you've done and the direction that you're heading. I think that's really damn cool. I also see you getting ready to be very playful in what you're teaching, because you're going to start teaching, writing books, sharing your wisdom, and I also feel a very, very strong connection to the Virgin Mary, Guadalupe, however you know her, and just connecting with the softer side of Spirit, the very feminine, the roses. I feel like rose is a particular name, feeling, and scent that might resonate with you at the moment. So different things for different people, but I'm feeling it very, very strongly. Rose is a thing. Should also point out that's my name, Crystal Rose. So, like, I feel like we're very strongly supported. Actually, before I turned the camera on, I was making up a little song about, like, thank you, Jesus, and the channeling I'm about to do, and the great message for the people. And I had this whole jam. I was, like, clapping. I was like, woo, woo. So, anyway, I feel very connected right now. And I think that you feel the same. I think that is something that's really you know what's funny? I gotta point this out because it's sticking out at me. You see this over here, these keys, right? They totally look like scissors. So I feel like you are cutting out a lot of bullshit and things that you didn't need in your life. I also feel like this is just making sure that you don't invite anything in, I'm hearing, from the past that you've learned lessons from, right? So don't allow anything that even remotely comes in stinking like negative things that came in from before back into your life. It is your go-to strength that you will allow codependent people and situations into your life because you know you can handle it, because you know that you can power through and you'll figure it out, and you're doing the greater good for the people and you're going to help them see, right? You don't have to do that. You can do it how I'm doing it, by like getting paid and being of service and showing up and sharing the message, and whoever wants to hear it's going to hear it, right? Now I'm hearing Jesus again. Let those who have ears, let them hear, right? The right people are going to get the message if they want to. And if they don't and they're not going to get it, then it's not meant for them, okay? People don't learn all at the same time. They learn at different paces. So this is, I'm tripping out here. Sorry. I'm like super tuned in right now and I'm feeling all kinds of ways. There was way too much going on, emotionally speaking, around you for a really long time, I'm feeling. At least over the last 18 months or so, you have been in a very serious transformation phase where you're breaking codependent habits and letting people be a mirror to you so that you can learn from why they're in your life or why certain events happened, right? And unfortunately, but fortunate for you, unfortunately, in your quiet hermit space where you've been sitting back and recouping, there's been knowing that you walked away from, but also still aware of a situation where there was somebody with somebody else. I'm also feeling this applies to work, so betrayals. I'm hearing friendships and betraying confidences. So just people that didn't have your back. They didn't have your best interests. They were being selfish. They didn't worry about consequences. They didn't care how you felt or if you were left out in the cold. So I'm also hearing now that these people assume that you are out there doing the dirty with whoever and whatever. And you know what? If you are, that's all. That's your jam. That has nothing to do with them. You owe them nothing, right? But they're concerned that you might be with somebody else. I feel like you spend a lot of time with people trying to show them the path of least resistance. How even though change is weird and rough, it's a lot more work to hang on to the past and work through something that's not real, like put on the facade that people do, right? Versus just saying, fuck it, ripping off the Band-Aid, which Aries is really great about, and moving forward. So the time and energy that people have spent, you have learned finally, like, wait a minute, if I'm going to let other people attach themselves to me, I should probably be getting paid for this because I'm trying to move on and level up. And I don't have all of that energy and time to give to other people and leave me stuck. I'm hearing a word that's coming. I'm going to pull a card for it. boss, responsible, focused. That's not the word yet. Hold on. I'm hearing, this is a totally made up phrase, right? I'm hearing hyper forward moving. It's like warp speed, right? Like you may not have clarity on something, but then when it finally kicks in, you're going to be like, let's go and rally the troops and raise the money and make the calls and do whatever it is you got to do, right? So I'm laughing because what's sticking out at me on this particular, in this deck, is that it's in 4 different languages, right? So here the Hierophant, if you'll notice up here, it says El Papa. This is the Latin version, right? So on one hand, it's making me feel like the priest vibe, right? The very spiritual, high integrity, high moral connection that you have with spirit. The things that spirit has taught you to make you the happiest. You want to be like the best person you can possibly be and still have fun and still not be bogged down by dogma. And you're denying things that are short-lived, lustful, even though that's hella fun, right? Like let's not kid ourselves. That's like Aries joy, right? Like to go and have crazy, nasty, awesome fun. But at the same time, you just want to be focused. You're a very focused person, and when you start something, you want to follow it through, which is why you hesitate starting something right now, which looks like work. But really, it's not work. Let me go back to this first card again. Look at where her foot is. Look at that kitty. Look at the playfulness. This, like, if I'm writing a book and I'm this person, get your ass outside, go let the cat roll under your feet, ground down, enjoy the fresh sunshine and the air and like everything that feels good. Take a blankie or whatever, you know, I don't know what your weather is. You might be heading into winter if you're on the other side of the world. I'm in the USA. California, yo, whoop. And so you don't, it doesn't have to be done in a traditional way. You don't have to like sit at your desk at a computer. You can totally, like, I have a journal, Rocketbook journal, that you can handwrite into and then scan it, and the OCR text will like turn it into your electronic document later, right? You have to print though. But it works like that. So I can still do my automatic writing or what have you and be able to get my messages even through my apps. Drop them into a book later, right? Okay, so here's what is tripping me out about El Papa, besides the whole priest energy, is I'm really feeling like this is like your puppy coming in. Let's just be real. This is also could be your literal father, right? So there's a conflict with a masculine, whether this is a boss, your father, or a person that you were dating previously that is, and this could be a feminine person, right? Just the person who is taking charge and being forceful and trying to call the shots, and, you know, somebody who's like trying to have some kind of authority in your world, right? So no matter male or female, but this is how the energy's coming through, right? So this person is, you're used to seeing conflict with them. You are happier not engaging in conflict, not having to answer to anyone, not having to explain yourself or argue your side. You made a decision. It is what it is. You want what you want. Like, and for a lot of you, I'm hearing even family who's not understanding what you're doing and what you're wanting to go do. Something new and different and unconventional, but that is literally what you're here for. You're the first sign in the zodiac. You're the one that's supposed to go there and fuck shit up and change the world and make things happen. Like, you're the shower. The shower and the grower. Sorry, it's the sex magic. Can I say? I'm also hearing rotten apples. I'm hearing you're getting rid of the rotten apples. I also hear you might have put on a couple of pounds, but you like it. Like it's even healthy. Like your booty looks good. It's putting a little sway in your sachet is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing you feel like somebody's coming in. This is part of what your intuition is telling you. Whether that's the boss, the dad, this person. And for some of you, I'm feeling like you have all of those things going on, because I know I do, right? So, Aries, by the way, hi. So here you are trying to be strong. Well, you know that there is fast-moving communication coming in the form of someone who's very passionate about you and wants to come in, but you don't want to deal with the sexual pushiness, the tension, the persuasion, manipulations, the Don Juan energy. You just don't. You see right through it when it's not genuine. And the only person you're going to receive it from is someone who's genuine. So a boss with real passionate intentions. Okay, so some of you are actually doing your boss, or were. I'm hearing that. Or want to. Don't shit where you eat. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that unless you plan on getting married. Then go change your damn job and make a proper commitment. But there's like way too much third-party energy here. So this is somebody who's not willing to be all the way in with you, do the work with you. And you've, in your hermit quiet space where you're kind of pushing these energies away, you are now looking at better days, much better days. So you're enjoying yourself. Lovely day is on, Bill Withers. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. So I feel like people know you're the damn sunshine, right? You're really amazing. And at the same time, you can't have energy that's going to drag you back or not move forward with you and feed your passion, your purpose, your desire for integrity and romance. And let me look at this other person and what they're currently, the situation, what they're currently feeling and looking at. Yeah, I don't like this energy. I don't like it at all. I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel, and the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel, and the Knight of Pentacles. And this is somebody who can't get to the Knight. They're trying, but they're doing it in a very manipulative kind of way. This is somebody who isn't making the effort to be romantic and authentic. This is someone who's like, let me casually take you out somewhere. We can meet. It's nice and safe. And then let me get you drunk. And then, oh, I have to take you back home. Oh, with me. Like, don't fall for the sneaky, scamming, shyster, non-committal, wham bam, thank you ma'am energies. Like, you don't need that. And in job offers, I'm hearing get rich quick schemes, people who come in super fast, talking suave, taking all your time and attention. This is very, very narcissistic. And this is how, if you cut them off and you don't entertain how much of your energy they want, you will see them turn on you, and you'll know that you were right, that all the pushiness isn't someone trying to be super like romantic and loving you. They'd be patient otherwise. This is somebody who is manipulating you for their sense of security in taking your resources, taking your love, your passion, your time, your energy, your romance, your money in some cases, your home. They just want to use you for things. So this is a very stern warning, okay? To make sure that you know that, to make sure that what you allow in mirrors you. that man in the mirror, whoever it is that you see even standing behind you that you allow in, looks just like you in soul, right? So there is forward movement. It looks like this person may have had this behavior before and is trying to move into the Knight of Pentacles, where it's more romantic, more authentic. Notice they're clothed. They are really trying to not make it about sex and passion and money. And this is very much somebody who was worried that you were too good for them. And because you're still moving forward, they realize they just have to come and get you anyway. So I'm hearing you're letting go of people that were jealous with your work, or that you got away from a job and went to go do your own thing. You have people that are mad that you had options. They're mad that you, like jealous friends, thinking you can get whatever you want by shaking them titties, and then at the same time you're like, I'm totally not shaking my titties. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, people like my smile, they like my energy. The only way I'll hang out with them is if they're cool. So while they're being cool, why can't I enjoy cool people? Like, they just don't want to see you happy. Like, people who are watching you enjoy your life don't want you happy. So, hater. What's going to happen here moving forward? And then I'm going to grab a couple archetype cards for you and the situation. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Shining Star. Born a man, child of the sun, saw my work had just begun. Found I had to stand alone, hermit mode. Bless it now, I've got my own. So if you find yourself in need, why don't you listen to these words of heed? Be a giant grain of sand. Words of wisdom. Yes, I can. You're a shining star. No matter who you are, shining bright to see what you could truly be. Yeah, I like it. You're a shining star. Okay, yeah, so this person that's coming in knows that they were not the greatest to you. So this is the aftermath. This is the drama. This is them wanting to make it right, connect with you, and you're like, I don't know, just seems kind of like a lot of drama to me. I don't know if I want to deal with this passionate thing, and then I wake up wondering if I'm ever going to hear from you again, because, you know, pretty much figured you out. Cheater. So, yeah. All right, let me get some archetype cards. Oh, snap! Song just changed to Smooth Operator. Dead. So dead. He's laughing with another girl, playing with another heart, placing high stakes, making hearts ache. He's loved in 7 languages. See, this person has no care, no bounds. And this is romantic stuff, of course, but also these are the bosses that just didn't give a shit and wanted what they wanted. This is the friends that were willing to do whatever they had to do to look a certain way to you so that they could be in your presence or seem strong or like they have their shit together when it was obvious they weren't, because that's all they talk to you about all the time, right? No judgment, because you're there for everybody. You want to love people, right? So it's too much energy. You've got to focus. And I think that's what you're doing, is focusing. All right, archetype card for you. Oh, what? Okay, first of all, look. It flipped itself over underneath the card I didn't even pull out yet. And what is it? The dang Hermit card, yo. It's exactly your energy. It's like, I'm not going out. I'm not dealing with people. I don't have to date. I don't have to date them, especially. I don't need your help. I don't need you in my business. I don't like my literal business, my emotional business. I don't need this. Bring me something of value, or don't come near me. And no hard feelings. This is just what's needed for creativity. So let me read it. The Hermit, the light attribute. So if you're headed in the right direction and you're hermiting, which is what I think you're doing, it looks like this. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. Okay, and the shadow attribute, so this is somebody who is not moving forward, who's holding on to the past, who maybe still wants that cheater motherfucker that's back there, or is, you know, thinking that they have to sell their soul for money in a job, things of this nature. Let's see. Withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. So it's poor me, there's not enough, I'm going to go hide because I don't want people to judge me or tell me something and make me feel bad. So I'm just not going to show up. I'm not going to do my work. I'm not going to go teach. I'm not going to go do YouTube readings and share what I have to say and go help people because I'm afraid of their shitty comments. Like, fuck off with that. We don't need that, okay? Let the shitty comments come and let people sit with it when you don't respond, don't care, don't react, and maybe even someone else will want to deal with it on your behalf. I know I have a fabulous tribe of friends, clients, and even newcomers that start following me that immediately go to bat because they understand my intention. And other people sometimes don't care about your intention. They care about arguing. You know those people that show up to a party half drunk already looking for a fight, right? You know that's what you're avoiding. Like, you see it, just go the other way. All right. And I'm going to pull one for the other person or the situation. All right. So Carolyn Mace archetype card for the situation, the counterpart, the other. What is the drama? The servant. Okay, so I'm going to start with the negative because that's where you started with this person. The servant, the shadow attribute of the servant, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. So the people that were around you complaining there wasn't enough made you think, feel, and believe that there wasn't enough, and you got sucked into this world of something that you didn't start with and that you didn't actually believe. That's not what you ever believed. You believe there's enough for everybody and there's awesome, and you always see that happen. So you just had too much energy come around that was holding you back, making you feel you can only have so much. Because that's what poor me people do. And then they start to make you believe it and they pull you back with them, right? The light attribute, when they're doing positive servings, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So these are people who start their YouTube channels and aren't trying to make money. They're not trying to, force the energy of, making it, take over their income so they can work from home or what have you. Or I just lost my job, I need to go do something real quick. Like, you do it because you love to do it. You do it because you love to serve. You do it because you love to give the message. You do it because you have something inside you that's eating you up that you want to share with others because you know it's helpful. That's why you do it. So I want to point something out because I'm totally a shadow worker, and I think it's very, very important to see how your energy affects the people around you. People learn from your energy. They watch you as an example, right? So this person, you, the hermit, who's pulling back. Now, roles could be switched. If you're the other person, you know it. So flip it if it's your reading's flipped. And oh man, the song that's on right now is the Jackson 5, I Want You Back. Won't you please let me back in your heart? Oh darling, I was blind to let you go. But now, since I see you in his arms, what did I say? Some of you moved on, or they think you've moved on. I want you back. Yes, I do now. Baby. That's what I say. Okay, so hermit, you're pulling back from this bullshit. Right? So this person, you, pulling back has caused this energy to come in. I'm focusing on the positive aspects now, right? So you pulling back and focus on positive things has this other person or these other people coming back in your direction, which are now willing to serve with all their soul from the heart. They're willing to be kind to you. They're willing to be kind to others, which is very, very important to you, Aries. I know that. I think that is dope. I'm going to pull one for overall energy. The overall archetype between you and the universe and the situations and the people. And let's just see where you're heading. I'm going to focus on the positive. Yay! Is there even a negative to a magical child? Yes. Pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles. That's not you. That's not why you're here. You're not watching tarot because you don't believe in miracles. Okay, magical child. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. And I'm hearing that some of you need to specifically look at this image. Some of you want to color your hair. Some of you want to start your art projects and share what you've been creating. Some of you have clothing lines you've designed and you think it's too funky for the people. There's no such thing. People want funky. They need something different. We don't like drones. Some of you need to see it so you can ground. Some of you need to see it so you can see that being emotional and vulnerable is a beautiful thing that you're going to be paid and rewarded for with right relationships and stability and abundance in the form of money and security. Not just financial, not just home, but emotional security, being around the right people. So take a good look at that image. Isn't that beautiful and light and springy? I feel like you're going to have a completely different life after this winter season here, after December. This beginning of the new year, you're going to be really living your ultimate, like grounded though, super grounded. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If you'd like a personal read, you can find me at comfysoul.com. If you want to purchase the decks, there's links down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for you being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.